Hey guys, good evening. So it's officially 24-hour fasting for me today. I feel I feel a bit tired. I would say, lack of energy. But my mind is still very clear. It's not foggy at all. I do feel hungry. That's for sure. I do feel craving. I want to eat something, a burger, chicken, fried chicken, things like that. So I'm craving for some sweet, some cake as well. But the only thing I have in my fridge is chicken breast, and I intentionally keeping my fridge clean of junk food for a reason, right? Because I don't want to stuff myself with calories, with bad calories. So chicken breast is the only thing I can eat now, if I want to. But obviously, I don't want to eat chicken breast because it tastes very bland, and I don't really want to eat that. So the only choice either I don't eat anything, or I eat something, and that something is definitely healthy food, which is chicken breast in this case. So I'm forcing myself to eat clean and reduce the calorie intake for a reason, right? I want to stay healthy. So the more food you eat stuff in your body, the the more toxic you have in your body as well. So you don't want to inject yourself with bad calories, and it will cause some disease to your body. You can getting more obese, and also you will gain some fat at the same time. So I'm trying to lose fat now. Right now I'm 94 kg, not 94.8 kg. So this is my fasting week. So I will do fasting for 7 days. OMAD, so one meal a day, uh, intermittent fasting. So it will be extreme because I only eat one meal per day, and the only thing I eat for that meal is protein and probably some frozen veggie, which I have in the fridge as well. So I prepared the meal already. I only need to open it out, microwave it, and dig it, digging in. So this is my first day. Now it's Wednesday, as you already see in the see that right now is Wednesday. I will do fasting until the next Wednesday. It will be extreme for me, but I will see how much weight I lose during the period. I will lose some water weight for sure, but we will see. We will see. So now before I at 5 a.m. I have some work to do. So in this period of time, I will go walk you guys through my Openstack deployment for the second time, because the last time I restart all the machines, and it it broke the MySQL InnoDB cluster. So you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to restart all of them at the same time. So you can see that the cluster is online and can throw up to one failure. So you can only fail one of them. If you have more than one of them fail, then you are doomed, right? So keep this cluster running at all time, at least two of them running. So you can see that the OSD is 5 OSD for the second node, 3 OSD for the second node, 5 OSD for third node, and 4 OSD for first node. And right now I need to initiate the valve, which is exactly what I'm going to do now to show you guys that. So the valve is inside this one, and we can get things at valve address. Yeah, let's paste it down here, and and then you have the key, which is this one. Oh, sorry, it should be this one. And then you have the token, root token here. Paste this in here and run 3 command line at the same time. And then you have the token, the temporary token to generate the CI cert. After that, you can, wait for it to be complete. It will take some time. So meanwhile, waiting for that, we can go back to the instance for a second. So in KubeSphere, they have an option to create a load balancer for the control plane, which is exactly what I will do now. Instead of using go between is fine, but go between doesn't have the virtual IP, which is something we don't want. I mean, you can see here, they actually the idea is all about looking through, going through the load balancer target, and then doing the health check, and if one of them success to be pingable, then it will go there. So the good thing with keep alive and HA proxy is just not only do just that, you still have the health check functionality. You also have the failover. If there's one of the API server fail, then the HA proxy will route the traffic there. Meanwhile, keep alive will do another things. It just make sure all the HA proxy node, which is a load balancer node, always alive, because they will claim on virtual IP, just like in this diagram. And then it will go, if there's one of the HA proxy failed, all the HA proxy node will claim that virtual IP, and then it always keeps the IP address running and always routable. So in order to do that, you can see that there's the master STD here and the worker, and then the virtual IP. So there's the two keep alive HA proxy things. For the load balancing, they are using some kind of CentOS, which is fine. I don't mind about that, but we will not use YAM, we will use APT. And then in the HA proxy configuration, you will have to put in this configuration here. And then what I need to do is actually rendering out the correct how to say, you have to rendering out the correct so you have to put in your API server here to do the health check. So we have 3 of them, 3 IP addresses, and that's exactly what I need to do as well. And we have keep alive configuration here, which is basically what it does is we claim on virtual IP here. So you have IP of this machine is 02 and the older machine is 03. So you have 2 machines, right? So if you look at again on this top, 02 is 1602, 1603 is Lomaster 2. So they do the same thing, right? You're doing the peering, and that's how we make the HA proxy works. I think this is fine. Most of the thing is fine to me. You can say that you have to think about the interface and the things. So all of this one are running manually. It's being run manual. So I will probably will not I probably will not deploy this change yet. I will just make a very simple minimal KubeSphere deployment. So as you see here, it's a minimum. Wait a minute, 1 second. Let me double check where I'm heading here. So adding new nodes. Okay, so I think it's multi-node installation. Yeah. So the minimal deployment is you only care about deploy it on given tool, and then focusing on having a cluster running. So this is a very simple configuration file here. The things you need to make sure you can update is this configuration file. You put in the password, you put in all the username and API key and things like that. So probably you don't want to use password. I would just use private key, just like this guy do here. We can use private key in this case, and then it reporting to my local machines for sure, you know. So the way we render this out, there's a way to render this out, right? Is using Jinja template. Is my go-to. Most of the time I use Jinja template to rendering out. There's a, I'm not sure if there's any templating tool. So they can use customize, they can use all of them, customizing, or you can use JQ. You know, JQ can do the same thing. So only thing I'm not sure is that how do you actually putting in the correct values for this guy, and yeah, they actually go to this value. So JQ is a good option as well. It's a little bit more lightweight compared to GJ template. So you can, you know, update these values in the way, you know, you can use customize as well. I don't against customize at any time, and you can use kubectl customize to do the things and modify one of them. So for the patch, you can define something like this, but templating and customize are two different things, I would say. Well, I have to think about that for a second. So yeah, I was thinking that besides doing this, I would just go with maybe I'm not creating the container or anything like that. I would just want to templating YAML, simple way. The ham is fine. Ham, we can create ham as well to generating the values, because all of them are all about templating, right? And so you don't really want to, you can keep a values file like this one, and what it does is it will take in the values file, and then, you know, it just make things a lot simpler. So there are things I need to produce for this guy. First of all, to deploy multiple nodes, you want to have the node name. So the first thing, you have the address, the public address and the internal address. I'm not sure about internal address. Probably we don't need to care about that. We can specify the same thing. We don't need to. Okay, I have a meeting in next 15 minutes. Damn it. I need to. Okay, I have the meeting. Sorry guys about that. I will turn off my audio. Maybe not now. Anyways, so the idea is that you have the master node. You care about how to render it now. Except for the control plane endpoint here, we don't necessarily care about this one. And I'm not sure about control plane endpoint. So you can have an add-ons for persistent storage, like using Ceph or ClustFS. That's fine. So we don't really care about control plane for now. I think we can just connect directly to the control plane endpoint, which is the, you know, which is the, and this is the where you're running the Kubernetes cluster, right? And then you probably have the dashboard to actually logging in and do all the things you want to do, and then you can logging in. Yeah, that's it. So let me finishing the Kubernetes cluster things, so you can just running through the command line like this, which is very simple, easy to do, and you can, you know, run through over this one. So this is my home server cluster. So I think you might want to update the password and things like that. Okay, so we have the password and the IP addresses of the so you can just copy the whole thing and run through it. Same thing for this guy, we can run it in local machine. So to do that, you actually want to copy this key locally, so you can think of its way to then we can do same thing as local machine you do, right? You have the endpoint, you can connect to cluster in both ends. So now you can go to master view, go to Openstack, not Sphere, go to terraform and run the plan again. So in the future, I might want to automate the process of okay, I need to log in as well. In the future, I will try to automate the process of creating the load balancer, because that's something makes the things work for us. The other thing you want to do is make sure you update the project quota. So another thing I'm not sure yet is just I need to make sure that I actually access the horizon. So again, let's try to log into horizon now, and then just check for the horizon and then get the password. So I want to check the OSD device. Okay, let's go there, and then how do I check for the OpenStack so I think it's something to do with the block storage cluster list. This is a lot of things. I never think about VPN as well. Just this has a lot of things to think about. Okay, didn't know that. It's my CLI is too much later version than this guy. You know what? Let's just forget it for now. We can just go here, right, and do those things that we want to do. Let me check. Just so there's one thing I want to make sure we have is the network layer. I think we don't have that yet, so that's something we have to prepare for. Run instead of running all the command lines in one place. I think I can use terraform to do that, which is fine. Right now we don't have that, that's why I think let's try to go to hypervisor for now, and we'll see how it's going. So we have keystone here, that's fine. A lot of block storage services and Cinder and complete service network agents, OVNs, networks. So I think we focus more on the hypervisor right now, because I want to see how much full all the specification we have. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I want the local storage to be a lot bigger than this. Okay, this is unfortunate. So if you SSH to machine 0, for example, you can inside sales, by the way, you can see that I have a lot more volume than that, but for some reason they only use this part here, 1.8 gigabyte, which is this guy, which is definitely not something I want to see in this case. Yeah, I have to think about that for a second. Just give me a second, I need to double check this one. So we have Openstack bundle, stable. Yeah, so my problem now is not about building the cluster anymore. It's all about how you can add the volume here. So you see it as OSD device. Okay, save. Let me take a look on the CUI first. So it's a bit far away from me here. Yeah, how the fuck I can add more volume here? I need to take a look on the SAP OSD. So this is SAP OSD. So what I think I would do is, you know what? Let me take a look at this guy. What I think I would do is basically, when I try to debug this one somehow, not really debugging, but I think I will need to reconfigure it. So instead of doing this one, I can configure step OSD. So wait, log this out. One second, I need to go to the meeting for now. Be right. So anyways, you will see that there's an step OSD here. You see that. I will just not accept OSD, maybe step on. And what is in there, by the way? Yeah, I'm trying to understand the components here, Anyway, so there's Rodrigo. Anyway, so I think Yeah, so what I'm thinking right now is let's just update this one for now and see how it's go. So right now we have 12 OSD. So let's just make that working for us. Then we will see how it's go. What the action we can use for this guy? Let me check really quick. Oh, we have the list pool and all that kind of things. And yeah, just try with list pool for now. So we make this like this. What the hell is this? I don't get it now. So we have the OSD. Attachment. Fucking tired. Okay, so my next move is definitely all about trying to add more OSD somehow. Yeah. I see the Saudi team is pretty strong. The Saudi uh, Arabia. Oh, okay, it's difficult to hear. Okay, it's called Arabia, Arabic team.
Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Never mind about that. these two countries are very close in geographically. I just finished my sprint planning and yeah. And what to do? I will continue trying to add OSD. That's my primary goal right now, to be honest. Because as you can see that if you take a look at the status, you can see that's only it's only 4 OSD device. How can I add more OSD for this guy? So there's a way to do that, I believe. I think this is the action we can use to list this out. So let me try to what's the list, maybe list text like that. And how do I do that? BCD. What the fuck it's I thought I already add E and F. right, because that's supposed to be the thing. Oh, okay. I have to run through Sam. And they have the disk here, but for some reason, wait a fucking minute. Okay, so this guy has a lot more than that. The rest are like 3 to 4 disks. Let me try to run this command line anyways. So you have to put in the parameter like this, and then what it does is it's basically trying to, list all the and start, I think. Not sure about this one. Okay, it's the same thing, just start. Yeah, I will do the migration and fixing the bugs. Is, if it's any. So let's refresh this page. There's not much change in here. Let's do all of them. I definitely don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get some luck, All I want to know is how can I add more OSD device, How can I? It has to do with the bundle, I think. For some reason, the set is only contain of 4 unit. Yeah, I mean, how the fuck is this happening? I feel hungry right now, guys. I want to eat something. I'm so hungry right now. I'm so tired and hungry. We have civic opinion. Let me just pause the screen for now because I have some secret to show on the screen. So let's try to wrap this up really quick before we can do anything else. Pretty boy. Sorry, I'm not pretty at all. I'm fucking losers right now. How can I increase this local storage? How do I do that? Cry because how the fuck I do that? I have no idea. No idea. Okay, how? Anyways, what we do, we just do some clan streaming. So clan is will be some copy overstack here. You probably can run just sync the image manually. So what I do now is basically I want to just no clan stream. Oh, I think did I disable it? Oh fuck. How the fuck I disable this? Should I end with? Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. tired now, guys. I don't really want to talk or anything. So cloud stream is fine. I don't see any problem using clouds. We will write some terraform code to actually working with the block storage. I still had to wrap my head around this one for later on. Yeah, I definitely need to wrap my head around this for more time and so on. So for Openstack, we want to create a network and things like that, you know, and the network is very similar to what I would say in terms of we have the network, the router. Oh, they have the router as well. Router and subnet. So let's doing is basically based on the things we have here, right? We have the installation Grenoble instance. So we're talking about creating an external network. So let me try to go side by side first. So the main will .df will contain most of the things we want to have here. So for the networking, I think the stack should consist of networking part. Okay. So it's just this guy. And we want to know it is an external. So it's external, definitely we can true, and but I don't think we need to care about nest or not. I mean, in case in the future we might want to do that, because I can just do it here. So the rest, I think I still know true and messed it up. This one thing I'm not sure about is how do I make it become a physical network type. And it's definitely being shared, not. Let's think about that for later on. So this way is internal. So the rest, I think, okay, so we have a segment here, which is really important. So this segment will consist of physical network, obviously, and they have the segment ID. So I don't think we have that network type will be just flat. So I think that is good enough for this block here. Now we can talk about this block. This block is about, you know, setting up a gateway and disable the SCP and things like that. So let's talk about subnet. So the subnet. So network ID will be obviously this guy. So this one will be here, VPC. CRDR will be just radio.1. And we want subnet range, we want the gateway, we want all the kind of things. So the name, obviously, external subname. I mean, we can try to do it become lowercase or the whole time, you know. I think that's better, yeah. So for allocation pool, we can think about that later on. We have the gateway IP. Yeah, it's always default will be 1.1 is actually accurate, which but we can just disable the NCP. Else for the name server, it's an array. I think we are almost there, almost finished. For the DNS name server, we can go with 20, and then we have 888 as a fallback endpoint here. So the rest is just fine. Allocation pool, we can have the start of this guy and end with other guy. This is for second block. So now we can thinking about so now we can think about private network. So do the same thing, just some of them are different. So for sure the first thing will definitely be different compared to other guys is you know, as you already know, the private will just yeah, and then we have the same thing as this guy. We have the gateway, there's name server and things like that. So and what's not right. Allocation pool will be starting from 10 to the range will be yeah, just 10. Yeah, that's it. So for the DNS name server, we keep it the same. We don't really want to do it. So for the router, so we're talking about routers here. So let's take a look on that. So for for the router, we create one, and then we have an external network ID, something like that. So we can think about it's like this guy here. It's no different. And then we have the name, just like we have external router. Yeah, and I think for the router, what do we care about is add this route to subnet route. So we have subnet, no, so we have the router ID and so it's all about it's the router, and this the yeah, things like that. So that is the route. Otherwise, you can think of a subnet route like this one. It's the same thing, right? No, it's not the same thing. I like the idea of this route, but it's just too much for us. Now it's all the flavor you have to add here. The flavor is very simple. We have the infero text as well, and with text and infero text, and we have some volume attachment by default. That's a lot of dicks right there, so it's better to just create the flavor using some terraform code. I need to go to WC really quick. Oh man. Well, guys, I need to work on my. I need to do some real work now. This is my home server lab. I will continue in next 2 hours or so, or maybe tomorrow. See you guys later on. Bye bye.